Hi, my name's John Dawson. I'm a 3-star national marketing director with Nerium International, and I am glad to welcome you onto this webinar today. We thank you for taking time to learn a little bit more about this company and their products. I don't know what you know coming into this presentation today, so it's going to be my goal to give you in the next 25 to 30 minutes a really good overview of the company and their products and what has created so much excitement in the marketplace about Nerium. Now, I'll just tell you that my background is I actually come from the aesthetic anti-aging medical industry. I've been selling cosmetic lasers for about the last 15 years, lasers for hair removal, IPL skin rejuvenation, fractionated skin resurfacing, for body contouring, you name it. I've also sold injectable cosmetic products. I've sold medical grade skincare that you can only buy in a dermatologist or plastic surgery office. I've sold prescriptive grade skincares that you would have to pick up from a pharmacy. And even at one time, my wife and I partnered with a medical director and we owned a med spa for several years. So I've got a pretty good understanding of what it looks like to promote a product into this industry, as well as what it looks like to embrace a product and bring it into an aesthetic business or a practice that you might have and to offer it to your patients. I will tell you that my wife and I, we actually heard about this company when it was just 4 months old. We live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Nerium is based in Addison, Texas, only about 10 miles from our front door, but we were inherently skeptical. In fact, we were told about Nerium by a friend of ours who is an insurance salesman out of Louisiana, and we thought, if this was really the next big breakthrough in anti-aging skincare, we would be telling our friend Carl, not our friend Carl telling us about it. But in fact, we just didn't even take it seriously for about the first 10 months. We completely relegated it to the back of our minds and didn't give it any consideration. But we couldn't deny that we kept on hearing more and more about this company, Nerium. It was not going away. It was getting bigger. We were seeing some really amazing before and after photos. We were hearing of people using the products to treat areas where there just weren't really any good therapies that could make the sort of improvements that Nerium was making. And finally, when we stopped and looked, we realized they had something really special. Now, that caused us not to just want to become users of their product, even though I had trunk stock of some of the most expensive and best products available. When we saw what Nerium had, we wanted to begin using it, but we also realized there was a tremendous opportunity to help this company promote and market their products. And that's what we did just over 2.5 years ago, and it has been a fantastic ride for my wife and myself. Like I said, I don't know what you've heard about Nerium coming into this presentation today, but the fact is a lot of people are buzzing about it. Beauty bloggers are talking about it. It's being covered in popular media. Celebrities are using it and making comments on the red carpet. Or maybe you just heard about it from a friend or a soccer mom, or maybe it was a client or a patient, and you're thinking, my goodness, why are they so fanatical? Why are they so excited about Nerium? Well, instead of trying to explain it to you, I'm just going to show you some photos because, as they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Now, all of the photos that I'm showing you are 90 days of usage or less. So the before and after are only 90 days apart. And we're talking about a one-step, completely gentle topical product. So in this picture, you can see this is a gentleman. He's got some typical signs of aging that are starting to form in the frontal area on the brow. He's got some forehead lines, one especially deep line that's forming right over the eyebrow, as well as just some uneven tone and texture on the skin. Here, 90 days later, just using a one-step simple topical Nerium nighttime formulation, pretty significant result. This is a patient who's obviously got some texture issues as well as one really, really deep line forming in the brow area. And again, just 90 days of usage or less. Not only is there tightening of the pores, there also seems to be some smoothening of that deep line that's forming and some reduction in the oiliness and kind of the appearance of the skin. Overall, just a significant better result for that patient. Obviously, periorbital lines are are a huge indication, or crow's feet. A lot of people spend a lot of money. There's one big brand that we've made, a multi-billion-dollar brand that primarily is used or thought of being used for crow's feet. What about being able to use a simple, gentle, topical product that you just put a little bit on every night, and voila, you get the sort of results that this lady was able to see in 90 days or less. Pretty dramatic. This is one of my favorite photos because this is somebody who's got some really deep, prominent signs of aging that are forming. Obviously, this is a slightly older customer. They've got that deep line forming in the nasal labia, and there's even other smaller lines that are beginning to feather off of that. And the skin is really just beginning to look like it's starting to break down. You're seeing the red spots, the discoloration, and the texture even of the skin isn't very good. Whereas 90 days later, there's a huge improvement. Also look at that crease under the lower lip. Pretty amazing, right? This is another photo that I really like because the bottom line is there's just not a lot of good topical products, or there's really not a lot of good therapies that you can use on the neck or right under the chin, because there just aren't good products to treat that submental fullness. That's the clinical name. What most of us call the double chin. But the neck and right under the chin are really tough areas. Here's somebody, again, using a simple nighttime gentle product, just one step, put it on at night, wash it off the next morning, and wow, what a fantastic result. This is somebody who's using it off the neck and the chin and face and using it actually onto the chest or décolleté area. Again, taking that discoloration and those deep lines that are forming and making a profound difference in 90 days or less. Now, this is a picture actually from our body contouring cream, one of our newest products that we released onto the market. This is pretty amazing because, as you know, the further you go down the body, as you get, from kind of the neck down to the arms and the legs and the love handles, there really aren't a lot of great therapies out there, especially not topical ones that are going to work dramatically for you. Look at the improvement that this patient has got. I was just at the American Academy of Facial Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery meeting a week ago, and there was a company there that was prominently advertising and promoting. They had big signage coming down the escalator, driving a lot of people to their booth. But basically, they're a skin tightening technology. And it's really hot because there aren't that many things that you can do for skin tightening. And with this proposition, with this new company, it's basically radio frequency, RF energy. You put probes threaded under the skin, they create heat and they tighten. What if you could get these sorts of results without having to do something that invasive or that expensive? You can do it again with a simple, gentle, one-step topical body product. Pretty amazing. This is somebody who's been using the same product for that mommy tummy. After you've had a few children, my wife tells me that your skin does not bounce back. And this is somebody who used our Nerium Firm product and got a great result on the tummy. This is somebody using it, obviously, on that pesky cellulite that most people just detest, and getting a great result. Again, another smoothening right there in the thigh and hip area. And then finally, goodness, who's able to treat the sagging skin around the knees? This is, again, somebody using Nerium Firm on the knees and getting a fantastic result in 90 days or less. So let's talk a little bit about the science behind Nerium, because this isn't marketing hype or smoke and mirrors. These are real revolutionary products. These are real significant new technologies that we're bringing to the anti-aging industry. They're based on years of research. So this is real clinical technology. In fact, our killer ingredient that I'm going to talk about here in the next slide was actually just written up in a peer-reviewed published clinical study in the Journal of Clinical Cosmetic and Investigational Dermatology. So when I say based on years of research, real breakthroughs in science, exclusive formulas, that's exactly what I mean, that these are real clinical grade, industrial strength products. Now, our killer ingredient is NAE8 extract. It comes from the Nerium oleander plant. And contrary to what some people believe, it is not toxic. We were able to develop a extraction process that left out any of the toxic properties into the plant and gave us a pure extract that has really driven our products to unmatched safety as well as efficacy. Really what this NAE8 does is it addresses all of the visible signs of aging through a powerful antioxidant that really comes along and brings down a lot of that inflammation in the skin, is able to help export toxins out of the skin, and makes a very significant improvement, like you saw in those pictures that I showed you, in a very short amount of time. Now, we don't just rely on before and after photos. We did third-party clinical testing. We used computerized photo imaging software where we could actually map out the defects in the face and then quantify the improvements after 30 or 60 or 90 days of usage. And what we found is that 93% of participants in our studies saw a significant improvement in the appearance of wrinkles, 92% saw an improvement in radiance, and 83% in the smoothness, overall texture and appearance of their skin. So very dramatic results that are based on real clinical third-party trials. Now, the Nerium flagship product is our Nerium AD formulation. It addresses all of those different signs of aging: fine lines and wrinkles, discoloration, uneven skin texture, enlarged pores, sagging skin. When I think about photo aging in the skin, I think about the formula 3TV: tone, texture, tightness, and volume. And Nerium really comes along and is a monster on those first three: the tone, texture, and tightness of the skin. And the funny thing is that when you make dramatic improvement in tone, texture, and tightness, a lot of times your volume issues in the skin aren't nearly as prominent. So this is a one-step, gentle application that you would put on at night and you rinse off the next morning. In fact, converse to most of the different product lines that would attempt to make some of the improvements that Nerium is able to demonstrate, those are multi-step systems. So it might be 3 products or 5 or 7 products before bed at night. And a lot of those products, they're not going to be gentle. They may sting or burn or cause redness or erythema, or you may need to retinize your skin. But the compliance around those products is difficult. They're also many times much more expensive than Nerium, and they don't nearly claim to show a demonstrable result in as little as 30 days. And that's exactly what Nerium offers, is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So we've really taken all of the risk off of the customer of the product, and we've put it back onto the company. So you can really try our products risk-free for 30 days. Now, if you just choose to buy the product as a retail customer, it's going to cost you $110. Or you can get onto our convenient monthly auto ship product. And when people get the sort of results that I've just shown you, they want the Nerium Fairy to come and drop that product off to them every single month so that they don't run out. When you become a preferred customer, you get our lower wholesale price, just like distributors or brand partners do. But if people are having trouble even with $110 or $80, which I like to say our products are underpriced and overvalued, there's a price point that everybody can afford, which is called 3-year free. So when you have 3 people that you've referred that are ordering the product each month, you actually get your product for free. So we like to say that we've got a price point that anybody can afford. Now, we have our Nerium AD formulation. That's our flagship formulation. It's that graphite gray bottle that we've been talking about that you've seen. But we also came out with our Nerium Day Cream. And this is a moisturizer that allows for us to put in the NAE8 extract that we talked about so that you've got 24 hours of NAE8 on your skin at all times. The nighttime is really more of a nighttime treatment and mask, whereas the daytime is more for hydration. But either way, between these 2 products, you've got your night and day covered. And then, as we also saw in some of those photos, we've got the Nerium Firm Cream. And Nerium Firm is a tremendous formulation if you're looking to make improvements off of the face and neck onto the body. It smooths, it tightens, and it firms, and it really addresses some of the most problematic areas that people are forced to hide because of embarrassment, which is their love handles, their stomach, their thighs, their upper arm, their cellulite, and so forth. And again, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. because of the success that we had with this biotech breakthrough product, NAE8, that was brought to us, we've actually attracted the attention of other biotechnology companies. And recently we secured an arrangement with Signum Biosciences, which is really a laboratory that was formed out of Jeffrey Stock's research at Princeton University over the last 20 years. And they've just brought us an entirely new category of product. It's called EHT, and it supports cognitive health and overall brain function. So today, a lot of people that are concerned about anti-aging, it's not just the way that they look, but they want to feel their best. And many people, when you begin hitting my age, which is the mid-40s and above, you really begin to notice a little bit more fog or sluggishness. This product is really demonstrable. It's a product that we're hearing great reviews from our customers on. I personally have used it and noticed a difference in a very short amount of time. In just weeks, I began to notice a real improvement in the way that I was sleeping, thinking, my energy levels, and much more. So we've got anti-aging covered from the inside as well as the outside. The cost of that is $75 at retail if you just order it a la carte onesie, twosie, or it's $55 if you choose to have it as a preferred customer on our auto ship program. Now, when my wife and I saw all the amazing products and technology that were available through Nerium, and we realized that there was an opportunity to create some additional income for our family by helping this company promote and market these products, we were really excited about that. We had come out of the Great Recession, and our financial situation had taken a real hit. We had had to take on some debt that we never intended to take on. We had whittled through some significant savings after I got laid off, and we just weren't really anywhere close to our dreams or where we wanted to be at that stage in the game. And so when Nerium came along, it represented a real opportunity. We were excited about it, and we jumped in head first, and it's been a fantastic ride for us. Now, one of the things that I haven't mentioned is I got my MBA. I went to business school and graduated in 1997. And one of the things that we learned was that great companies rise and fall on three things only, which is leadership, leadership, and leadership. And I'm excited to tell you that Jeff Olsten, who is an icon in the direct selling industry, also the best-selling author of The Slight Edge, a book that really frames your thoughts for success, is the founder of this company. And it's because of his leadership and his expertise and knowledge in this industry that this company has been record-setting and record-breaking ever since their inception. And we'll talk a little bit about the performance of the company. But one of the things that Jeff has really done that he believes in that differentiates those good from great companies is creating a culture. And today, Nerium is all about making people better. You don't just have to be our customer or a brand partner for us to want to make you and your life better. We're also sponsors of the Live Happy movement, and we're also corporate sponsors of Big Brothers and Big Sisters across America, because we want to leave a positive ripple in every community and every life that we touch. Now, how do you get started with Nerium? Well, it's pretty simple. You can get started with a starter pack. It's $249, and it gives you 3 bottles of Nerium AD product. That's really enough for you, or maybe you and a spouse or a business partner, to use for somewhere between, let's call it 45 to 90 days. And as you remember, the results are very demonstrable within 30 days, but certainly if you stay on the product for 90 days, you're going to see the sorts of results that we saw in some of those photos. Also, with your starter pack, you're going to get all the basic tools that you need to be able to launch a Nerium business. And I'm excited to tell you that whether you've ever done something like this or not, the fact is that we've got tools and a very simple system that if you'll just follow in sharing the products, not selling the products, the products sell themselves, but if you'll just share with people about Nerium, just like somebody shared with you to get onto a webinar like this today, you can begin building a business with Nerium. And all those tools are available in your startup pack. Then what you would want to do is you want to pick how fast or how big you want your Nerium business to be, and then select either our bronze, silver, or gold pack to add to your starter pack. So for $250, you can add on 4 more bottles of the Nerium AD, which is our flagship product. You'll also get 1 bonus bottle of our day cream so that you can experience all of the products. Our silver product pack gives you 14 bottles of the night cream, 2 of the day, and our gold pack finally would give you 30 bottles of the night cream and 4 of the day. Now, just to put this into context, after having sold medical grade skincare, and if you've ever been called on by one of these professional skincare companies that sells into the space, you know that a lot of times the opening door order is on the low side, $2,000. It can be as much as $5,000 to $10,000. So imagine being able to start your Nerium business for as little as $500. That's really pretty amazing. And of course, you can continue to add on and buy more product as you need it. One of the things that you'll love about Nerium is that we've got a program where we actually reward you for your success by giving you free inventory. Yes, that's right. We actually give you free inventory, if you can believe it. Can you imagine if one of the big skincare companies came up to you and said, hey, you've been doing such a great job of selling our products, we're going to give you free inventory. It doesn't happen, but it does happen at Nerium. Every time you either enroll a new preferred customer or a new brand partner, somebody who wants to join you on this journey of building a Nerium business, not only do you get overrides from their orders and the volume that they create, but you also get free bottles of inventory. So this is a really cool program, and my wife and I have earned over $10,000 of free product with the company in the last 2.5 years. Now, when people get started, we like to give them a simple roadmap to begin earning some of the rewards and income that's available. We call it our roadmap to Lexus. So assuming that you got started with as little as a starter pack in that bronze pack, you would then go out and at least do the same for 3 other people. Find 3 other people that want to join you as Nerium brand partners. When you do that, we call that fast start qualifying in your first 30 days, and you would earn $800 and 6 bottles in your Nerium Gives Back free inventory program. Then the next month, you would just want to show those 3 people you enrolled how to do what you did the month before to get 3 of their own brand partners. When you do that in 60 days or less, you get an iPad. And the reason the company gives you an iPad is not only can you run a global multi-million-dollar business off of just a few Nerium apps on an iPad, but it's the best way to show before and after photos. And that is the #1 way that we share what this company and what these products are about. Now, when you earn the iPad, you would have earned about $2,000 and 6 bottles through the Nerium Gives Back program. And then finally, you just want to show those 3 brand partners that you enrolled how to earn their iPad. And when you've done that, you earn a bonus in our Lexus car program, which means that Nerium actually makes your Lexus car payment for you. And at that point, you would have earned about $5,000 in income and 6 bottles through our Nerium Gives Back program. Pretty amazing. And I'm here to tell you that there are literally thousands of people in the last 4 years that have earned a Lexus car bonus with this company and are driving around in a Lexus that Nerium is paying for. Really cool program. Now, in order to build some really life-changing income, you can either go out and just recruit some customers. So if you do that, the company certainly pays you for that. You'll earn a little bit of money doing that. You can also go out and you can find some brand partners like we just talked about. Now you really multiplied your effort because they're going out getting other customers as well. And so you get an override on all of that. You can create more leveraged income. But the most explosive money is when you really step up and take a leadership role. You show your customers how they can get their product for free in the 3-year free program that we talked about earlier. And you show your brand partners how they can create more customers and more brand partners. When you do that, that's when you really start seeing this thing multiply and grow very rapidly. And that's exactly what happened for my wife and I over the last 2.5 years. In fact, by about 13 months into our Nerium journey, we were making so much in a residual income with Nerium that I no longer needed the safety of a paycheck in corporate America, and I declared my independence as an employee. I worked for some pretty great companies that had notable names, but the bottom line is there's a lot of consolidation. There's a lot of movement in this medical professional aesthetic industry, and they weren't necessarily the most employee-friendly places to work. And so I was able, because we had created a separate income with Nerium that had grown so substantially, to make some real wonderful decisions for myself and my family. And since then, I've been 100% independent. Now, you may be asking, John, did you do that off of just a few $1,000s like you showed us in the roadmap to Lexus? And the answer is obviously no. What Nerium offers is real executive level income and bonuses. So my wife and I, in our first year, we earned the $50,000 bonus at national marketing director level. Earlier this year, we reached the rank of 3-star national marketing director, which pays out a $150,000 bonus, and it just goes up from there. And I'm proud to say that for a company that's just barely 4 years old, we actually have people that have progressed through every one of these bonus levels in the company and are making very strong 5- and 6-figure monthly incomes. So pretty much as you can dream or think about is available at Nerium. Now we're going to take a moment to hear from some other skincare professionals who've already begun using Nerium.
Hello, everybody. My name is Laura Slifer, and I am from Denver, Colorado. I've been a licensed skincare specialist now for almost 10 years, and I love sharing my story because I was actually introduced to our product by my little sister, Susan Manuelo. And when I saw the results that she was getting from our product, I immediately got jealous and assumed that she found another esthetician who was giving her better results on her skin than I was. However, after opening myself up to learning more about this, I actually realized that I'd found a product that was extremely easy to use, that delivers impeccable results, and something I could even get my male clients to use. Since then, yes, I've earned bonuses with this company. I earned the iPad, the Lexus, a couple of beautiful vacations. But at the end of the day, what I truly have now is a product that I know I can recommend for everybody across the board with all skin types that I know they're going to get amazing results with.
This is Marilyn Creek, and I am so excited to be with you today. I'd like to share a little bit about my background with you. Before Nerium, I was managing a medical spa, and we focused on very expensive treatments for the skin. I have worked in the skincare industry for over 10 years and always preferred natural ingredients for my own personal use. Most skincare and medical-grade skincare products are filled with chemicals, so I was so excited to be introduced to Nerium's highly effective, botanically based ingredients in the night cream and day cream. Now, I have to tell you, being too close to 65 years old for comfort, it has been very exciting to see the improvements in my skin in so many ways, including softening of fine lines and wrinkles, minimized pores, and the improvement of sagging skin along the jawline. I love the simple steps, and I feel so much younger than I really am thanks to Nerium. I have never seen these results any other products, and it is such a pleasure to be sharing the gift of Nerium with others.
Hi, my name is Wendy Williams, and I'm calling in from Maryland. I'm a clinical esthetician, and I've been in the beauty industry for 24 years. So during my career, I've had the opportunity to work with dermatologists, plastic surgeons. I was a trainer for an international microdermabrasion company, and currently I own my own upscale skincare boutique. So what attracted me to Nerium was the before and after pictures. Well, honestly, I was really skeptical but wildly curious. So I thought I would really do my due diligence. So like any good esthetician, I read and read and read and read and read. And I thought, you know what, why not? I'll just give this product a try. The worst thing that can happen is it works. So after using the product for 3 years, I am blown away by my own results. I actually had results within 2 months, but after 3 years, they're just impeccable. And I had used the best products on the market. So I'm just super impressed what this powerful, magical Nerium product can do. I also have lots of photos of my friends and family and clients, and I'm really overjoyed at the recent published article from Dove Press that proves that Nerium's patented extract, NAE8, we call it NATE for short, is an anti-inflammatory ingredient. And that's super important to me because there's way too much skin inflammation out in the industry. And what I mean by that is too many acids, too many retinoids, too many peels, too much redness and heat and inflammation, and that actually does cause aging to the skin. So another thing that I really love about Nerium is it's botanically based, and that's so important because our skin is our largest organ, and we want to feel confident that we're putting clean products on our skin. So there's no parabens, no propylene glycol, no gluten, no GMO ingredients, and it's really just an amazing product that we can feel confident putting on our skin. And another thing that is really interesting to me that I didn't realize is that people don't want to use 5 or 6 products at night. So Nerium is one product that addresses multiple concerns. And that's great because clients will be compliant and actually use the product, because the moms at night are really tired, or the men that don't want to be too fancy maybe don't want to use 4 or 5 steps. So Nerium can really address that type of a client that wouldn't really want to spend $600 or $700 on multiple steps. And, you know, as an esthetician, I really understand the power of a healthy, glowing complexion. And not everybody can afford the high-end treatments that I offer at my clinic. So Nerium is a product that a lot of people can use, and everyone deserves healthy, glowing skin that's affordable. And Nerium even has a program where people can get their product for free, which I've never had any cosmeceutical company ever offer me free products for my clients or even for myself. So I would say do yourself a favor and really take a good look at Nerium, because it is magical for so many reasons. And thank you again for inviting me on the call to share my story.
Wow, that's great. I always love to hear from others in the industry who've met with similar success and can validate the very real opportunity we have here at Nerium. When you compare our company to just other great household brand companies, we've had a fantastic start. Nerium did $100 million in their first full year in business, which is an amazing start even compared to Google, eBay, and Amazon. We also reached the 86th spot on the top 100 list for the DSN. The DSN compiles a list of the 100 highest grossing revenue companies in the industry. And we did what no other company had ever done before. We made it onto that list in our first year. By our second year, we doubled that, an amazing achievement. Over $200 million. We promoted to the 54th spot. Again, never had been done in this industry. By our third year, we went to over $400 million, captured the 40th spot on that prestigious list. We opened up 2 new countries, Canada and Mexico. By 2015, we opened up our first entry into the Asian market. We went into Korea. It has been record-setting, amazing growth there. In fact, we are the fastest direct selling and skincare company ever to launch in that country. And if you know anything about the Asian culture and anti-aging and skincare, you realize that that is a full contact sport over there. And we are expecting tremendous rocket sort of growth as we continue our march into Asia. Nerium has achieved some pretty impressive accolades along the way. Just about 2 months ago, we were named as the fastest growing consumer goods company in America by the Inc. 500 and the 12th overall fastest growing company in America by Inc. 500. A really amazing achievement for us. And then we reached cumulative $1 billion in sales just in our first 4 years in business. Again, something that has rarely been done by any company, but certainly in the skincare industry and the direct selling space, this is unprecedented and this is record setting. So Nerium is on a tremendous growth trajectory. And if you know about the anti-aging industry, you realize that anti-aging is really kind of an evergreen market. It's going to $1 trillion before 2025, and Nerium is arguably one of the fastest and brightest growing companies in that anti-aging industry. You've heard a lot already today about the company, about the products, about the results, about the opportunity. It's time to kind of close down this presentation. So I just want to ask you, as you think about what you've heard, what's keeping you from joining Nerium? If you've never tried the products, we encourage you to try them. Why not try them? You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you're looking for a new product that you could bring on board in your aesthetic business, or if you're looking for a new product that might fill a niche that you haven't been able to fill before with any other products or therapies, What's keeping you from using Nerium in your business? What's keeping you from promoting Nerium? Because this company is on an amazing growth curve, and we're looking for people just like you. So we would love to have you join us, and I certainly hope to see you at Nerium.